Hello and welcome to IS Oxford Tutorials. In this tutorial I'll be looking at allowing and placing reservations on available items. By default, Heritage Cirqa only enables reservations on items which are on loan. But should you wish to offer more of a click and collect service, you can enable the system so that readers can reserve items already available on a shelf. Now this will give you a little bit more work to do, a bit more legwork to excuse the pun, as once they're reserved, the system's going to ask you to go and get them. You'll have to then allocate them to the reader and place them to one side before you notify them, like any normal notification for reservations, that they can come and get them. You could even offer postal loans, but there's a subject for another day. First of all, we will need to allow Heritage Cirqa to accept these reservations on available items. And we do that by going into the Management menu, Configuration Data, and entering in the configuration ID box, RSV available as the ID. Now the description here tells you how this is all going to work, but in a nutshell, number one means everything at the moment is standard. It's only allowing these reservations on items on loan. We've got a choice of two. We can issue a warning and a message, or allow the reservation to continue without a warning. So if you did want to actually put up a message, you could select 2 here and amend that message. But for simplicity, I'm just going to change this to 3 and allow my reservations to take place without any form of messages or warning. So I've changed the global value to 3 there, and I'm just going to click Save. So now we've changed the setting to allow this. Let's go ahead and reserve an item that's available on the OPAC. I'm just going to log into the OPAC and test this. It's a really good idea to use your own ID or perhaps a test account when you make any changes and test the whole process. And that way you'll make sure you don't have any wrinkles to iron out before letting people know about this service. So now I'm logged in, let's find an item. And anyone knows me knows that I've not quite grown up yet, so this is one of my favourite things. And I'm going to click on this one that's available. And I can see there's an available item on the shelf, so I'm just going to reserve this one here. And there we go, my reservation has been placed successfully. So now that's reserved, back into Cirqa, where I'll need to run a report to flag the fact it's been reserved. So it's into the circulation menu, the reservations menu, and then reservations reports. The report I need is this one, reserved available items waiting to be picked off the shelf. I'll press OK here, and then preview, and I'll run this in the foreground. I've often seen this report scheduled by library staff that operate this service, as it will then email the report to you however frequently you set up the event, but it'll then inform you of the information contained here, the reserved available items waiting to be picked off the shelf. And this is where your legwork comes into play, as you're now going to have to go and get the item and allocate it to the reader via putting it through the returns process, as it says on the report here. So let's do that now. I'm going to pretend I've gone to get this item here from the shelf, and I'm now going to allocate that reservation to the reader. We'll go back into the circulation menu, choose our circulation functions, and the return option. All I then need to do is scan in the barcode and press OK. And we then see our normal familiar confirmation message about the reservation. So do we want to allocate this reservation? I can print the slip if I wish, or I can decline it, but I'm just going to press yes. And that's it. The reservation's now been allocated to the reader. Readers that have downloaded the MyCirqa app will be able to see their items are now ready for collection, but you can also send out your reservation notifications via email or printed method. If you want to learn more about reservations or read through how the whole process can be set up, Helpsheet HC19 will tell you more. Thanks for watching, and remember, like the IS Oxford channel and subscribe for future updates. If you have questions, just pop them in the comments below or email me support@isoxford.com.